Okay, this is video two, the second part of the Trump suit preference lesson. And this is the discussion of the hands, the shark bridge hands. All right, this first hand, East opens with one spade. So we know he's got 5+ spades and 13+ points. And then we pass, and then West bids two spades, showing a 1/1 raise, 6 to 9 points, and 3+ cards, spade support. Comes back around East, and he passes. All right, so that's the end of the auction. So we have to decide what we want to do. So we've got a balanced hand here. So this is one of the times when we want to think about leading Trump. We have no information. We know we don't want to lead away from our ace of diamonds. We don't want to lead the ace of diamonds. And we really don't want to lead clubs, because if we lead the three, we're probably under lead. We may give the declare a cheap trick. And, hearts really doesn't do anything for us, because we're probably going to finesse our partner. So we decide that we're going to lead a trump, a spade. So in this particular situation, we look at our hand and say, okay, what cards do we have in our hand? We've got clubs and diamonds. So we want to indicate to our partner that we have a suit preference for a lower ranking suit. So we lead the three of spades. Okay, now let's go ahead and show our partner's hand also. So we've got the north and the south hands. So we can see those. So we can get a little bit of the decision logic for what's going on in our partner's mind also. So the declare calls for the two of spades from the dummy, and our partner pushes, trying to win the trick with the king, and the declare takes the ace. All right, but remember, we played the three. Now, the king of spades is not a trump suit preference signal, because he's trying to win the trick. It's 10 or above. All right, now the declare says, all right, let's go ahead and get the kids off the street. Plays the queen, and now we play the eight. Remember, we played at the beginning, we played the three. So we're making it as obvious as possible that we want a lower ranking suit. So we play the eight. Our partner notices that and says, okay, he wants a club or a diamond. He also looks at the dummy and says, there's the king of diamonds over. Where he looks at the dummy and says, there's the king of clubs. I've got the ace of clubs. So more than likely he wants a diamond, and says, all right, I've got the queen. He must have the ace for the king. It'd be really cool if he's got the ace. So the spades get played, out comes the 10, and he draws the last trump. Okay, now actually, he shouldn't draw the last trump. Okay, he would really like to be able to trump the third club. Okay, so he leads the 5 of clubs, and we play the jack. Out comes the king. Our partner takes the ace and says, all right, what can I do now? He says, well, obviously there was a reason he led the clubs. He sees the dummy over there and says, aha, he's planning to ruff that third club, and we don't want him to do that. But what we're going to do, because our partner seems to have something in diamonds, we'll lead the queen of diamonds. Leads the queen. Okay, and now he says, all right, well, I'm going to lead the continue with the diamonds, and the declare now is going to, in essence, cover that king. Going to cover that, knowing that we have the ace, because what he just did was set up the 10 of diamonds. You see how those cards come back together. And what the declare is hoping is that he'll be able to set up that 13th diamond. He says, okay, let's go ahead and trump. Let's say, who won that? Okay, won that. We don't want to leave. We're kind of between a rock and a hard spot now. Okay, we know that he set up that 10 of diamonds. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and lead the queen of clubs. We're going to take that trick because we're afraid we're going to lose it. All right. And now we're going to, in essence, punt. We're going to punt at this particular point in time. We're going to lead the 7 of hearts. Okay, he's going to go up. He says, I don't really need to. He's going to go up with he really doesn't care because he's got 1, 2, 3 heart tricks. He's got the 10 of diamonds. He's got all the rest of the tricks. As long as he can get that last spade out. So he's going to come up with the king of hearts because he doesn't want to dilly-dally around. He's going to leave that spade, pick up the last spade. Okay. Now he's got the ace, queen of hearts for the last 2 heart tricks. He's got the good 10 of diamonds and two spade tricks. He's going to end up making 3 spades. Okay, but we were able to use the South was able to use the trump suit preference to indicate a preference for the minor suits. Let's go to hand 2. Okay, in hand 2, the bidding has been West bid 1 spade, East bid 2 spades. We bid, South, I bid 3 clubs. Okay, that's a little adventuresome, but I've got only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 losers, not vulnerable. Yeah, that's okay. Okay, I think I can get close to making it. Even if I don't, it will be a positive score. But West comes back in and bids 3 spades, and the hand gets passed out. Now, I have a choice here. I don't want to lead diamonds or clubs because I'd be leading away from my ace, and I don't want to do that. And I want to use those aces, this ace of clubs to take the king of clubs, hopefully, and this ace of diamonds to take the king or queen of diamonds. So I have a choice. Do I lead spades or do I want to lead hearts? All right. In this particular case, let's assume that I decide I want to lead trump, just because we're talking about trump suit preference. So what are we going to lead in this case? Do we want to lead see, I'm West. Okay, West made the opening, introduced the spade. So our partner is going to make the opening lead. So let's go ahead and do this so we can see the logic here. And our partner's kind of got the same situation. He doesn't want to lead any of these other suits himself either, but he wants to lead. He wants he says, I don't really have any spades. If my partner has any, they're probably going to be finessable. If they're not, they're going to take tricks anyways. So he says, all right, I don't want to give up my 10 of spades. I'm going to lead the 5 of spades. So he leads the 5 of spades, and the declarer says, okay, I'm going to, in essence, let that. He says, he's going to study the hand. He says, I want to be able to trump a club in West's hand, in the declarer's hand. We've got plenty of trumps, so no problem there. So he says, okay, let's go ahead and preserve an entry just in case we need it. We're going to preserve an entry. Comes around, and you can take the trick with the ace, leads another one. Okay, now, because our partner led the 7, the 5 of spades, then plays the 2, we're paying attention. We know our partner wants a heart let now. Okay, and it comes back around. He says, let's go get that last trump. So he leads it over there, takes the king. And now what we do is we give a positive first card discards in clubs by playing the odd 5 of clubs. So our partner now knows we've got something in clubs. He goes, oh, that's cool. All right, now the declarer has drawn the trump, but now he has to figure out something that he wants to try to develop. Okay, he only has one potential finesse in East's hand, and that's the finesse north for the ace of clubs. So he says, all right, it's my shot, and well, okay, he's over here in East's hand. So I have one thought. I have 2 possible finesses. I can finesse for the hearts, or I can finesse for the diamonds. My hearts are stronger, so he leads the 3 of hearts. Okay, we go ahead and we play our highest card. He plays the jack, says, I'm going to finesse both of them. And we get the queen. Now our partner comes back and says, okay, my partner signaled for a club, and he decides he's going to lead the jack of clubs. Okay, and the declare plays low. We let that one float. Okay, and he leads another club. Okay, and now we could go ahead, we can see the dummy and lead the ace of clubs, or we could, but we know our partner's out of trump. We don't want to set up that king of clubs, so we're not going to lead clubs. Okay, and since our partner had signaled us at the very beginning that he liked hearts with that trump suit preference by playing high and then lower, we're going to lead the heart. And he plays the 8. Declare plays the 8, takes the 9, comes back, leads the ace of hearts now. Okay, and we give a positive suit preference first discard in relationship to diamonds. Okay, and the king calls. Now our partner, being really an insidious person, says, okay, all the hearts are gone. Only the declarer has spades left. Says, I'm going to lead another heart. Okay, and we're keeping parity with that dummy with this ace queen of clubs. So we play the diamond. And he trumps it, and he comes back and says, all right, what am I going to do now? What can I do? He says, well, I'll lead low in the diamonds and hope that my partner can take the trick. Okay, plays the 10, we play this. Now, because we know there's no way for him to ever get back to the East's hand, we can go ahead and play that ace of clubs. Oh dear. We're going to go ahead and play the ace of diamonds. We're going to do that first. Okay, the reason for that is that we might get in play. Okay, well, we actually in played ourselves again. You know, that Claire was a nasty guy. You know, no matter which way I did it, if I took the ace of clubs, and he roughs it, now he can leave the diamond, and it comes back to me. I have to take with the ace, and unfortunately, I have to lead a club back to him. So you can see that the declarer is going to use every trick he can to make the contract. Now, in this particular case, he went down 3. Not very good. But if we played a little bit differently, so I took that ace, I unblocked and played that ace of diamonds, he would have gone down 4. So let's look at the next one. In this one here, the contract, West opens 1 spade, goes 1 no trump forcing, does a strong jump shift to 3 clubs, and West goes to 4, signs off at 4 spades with what's called a quick arrival. Okay, so our partner North is going to make the opening lead. Let's take a look at this. It's pretty straightforward what our partner is probably going to do. He knows that they're in 4 spades. He's got while he's got 2 hearts, it's probably not in this situation, because I might have an honor. He doesn't want to finesse me in spades. So he's got these clubs, so he's going to lead the queen clubs. You know, he's got a nice natural sequence here. Okay, and they decide to take that. Now, we are going to signal that a negative attitude here by playing 3 and then 2 later. Not much difference between them, but if 3 is still higher than 2, so that's a negative attitude. Okay, it comes back around. Now, the declarer, West, is looking at this and saying, okay, I might be able to rough that club. So let's go ahead and lead the nine of spades. What we're going to do is we're going to play low. We're going to play five, the five. Okay, now the five is actually a suit preference signal. We're preserving our 10 because we've got a singleton club left. The dummy's got a singleton club left, and we want to be able to over rough that dummy if we get the opportunity. Now remember, we're going to play the five, then the four later on, showing that we won hearts. So it comes around, he takes the jack and he says, okay, what we're going to do is we're going to take one more round of spades and hope that we can set up that eight of spades to rough the club. Now he leads the ace of clubs, plays the four, we play the two, and now he tries for the rough. Okay, and he roughs with the eight because we preserved that 10 of spades because it had the potential to over rough behind the dummy. We kept parity. We win that trick. All right, so what we're going to do now is go ahead and lead our touching honor, the queen of diamonds, and the declare is going to take that. Okay. All right, so the declare's got three good trump left. He's got the 10, 9 of hearts. He's got the king of hearts over here. So he says, okay, what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to promote my king. I'm going to finesse the king. He says, I'm going to finesse north to the ace of hearts. So he plays the king, I take it. All right, now he's in deep doo-doo. Okay, so I can see the hearts. I don't want to lead all the hearts because I might potentially be setting up the eight of hearts. If I led the queen and then led the jack and he roughed it, I'd be setting up the eight of hearts. But when I look at it, there's really not too many opportunities for him to get to the board. We've got those diamonds there. So what we're going to do is we're going to run one more round of hearts to see what's going on. We took that. So now we're going to lead a low diamond to our partner. And our partner can take it with the 10 and lead another diamond. Okay, what we're effectively doing is making sure that the declare can't throw away any losers. Now he's got the king, seven, king, spades. We're going to, my partner knows he's got a club left. So we're going to take that last trick. All right, so we're able to signal, use all the various tools we have available to us to signal and exchange information. Let's go to hand number 4. In this particular hand, the bidding has been by east 1 spade, 2 spades by west. We're going to make the open lead. You know, again, it's one of these situations where we have a balanced hand. And we don't really want to lead any of these suits. It doesn't give us any major. If we lead the queen of diamonds, it's going to get eaten by the king of the ace. We might actually, you know, if we can hide in the weeds, if they lead diamonds, they'll set us up a diamond trick. So what we're going to do is we're going to lead trump. And when we look at our hands, we go, well, what we really like for our partner to lead back to us, hopefully, is the hearts. And we're hoping east has the heart. So what we're going to do, you know, is knowing our partner really pays a very close attention to this. We're going to lead the 3 of spades. And our plan is to play the 2 of spades next. And our partner will recognize that. This gets hard and know that we want a heart back. So it comes around, he plays the 7. Our partner jumps up with the queen, trying to win the trick. Declare takes it, leads another heart back. We play the 2. Now our partner knows we want a heart. Okay, and the declare is going, okay, I've got the ace king clubs. I really don't have to worry about that. I can drop into it. I've got hearts, my diamonds. I've got 2 diamond losers. He says, the only thing I can do at this particular point in time is hope for for the other people to help us out. Okay, so he leads, and I've shown that I want a heart. Okay, so he decides to uh, uh, lead a diamond. Says I've got to lose it, so I might as well go ahead and just go ahead and lose that diamond. Okay, so our partner, who's been paying attention, saw the 3-2 of spades. Says, okay, I'm leading the 6 of hearts. The Claire calls for the, the 10. We take it with the queen. And we decide we're going to lead those hearts, the diamonds again. Our partner just lays back in the weeds. So we lead another diamond. Okay. And we force the Claire to rub. Now, he's got to lead again. He's got what's he going to lead? He can lead the hearts, okay, or he can lead the clubs. And he goes, well, I'm going to lose one more heart. I know the ace is out. I've got the king jack. So he just simply goes ahead and says, well, I can actually rough a heart, but I've got that one trump out there, and I don't want them accidentally trumping in and taking one of my tricks. So he says, let's go ahead and get that last trump. He leads the trump. My partner throws away the heart. Not a good idea, actually. You should really throw away the club. So he throws away the club. And the Claire now says, hey, I don't have to worry about anything. I'm off to the races. Says, well, let's preserve an entry over there. Leads a heart. Goes back over. We take the ace. We lead a club. He takes it. And now leads another club. Well, actually, he doesn't have to. He's going to lead a heart. He doesn't want to expose it. And he goes, lo and behold, the heart's split. So he gets the 13th heart. He's got the 10 of spades. So he actually makes an over trick. He makes 3 spades, and he did an excellent job as the declare. Okay, he engineered that so that he engineered that well. Let's go ahead and look at it. Hand number 5. Okay, and on this particular hand, we've got East opened a heart. We double. We've got a nice takeout double here. It would be a little bit nicer if we had 4 spades instead of 3, but 3 is acceptable. And West passed because he knew that my partner is going to have to bid. His partner bids a spade. That's only promises 4 plus spades and doesn't promise any points. Okay, and North comes back and bids 2 hearts. Now, we could go ahead and bid 2 spades here, but that might be a little bit iffy because we only bid 2 spades if we've got 15 to 17 points. Okay, and we've only got 5, 7, 9. We've only got 14 points. We just don't have enough. Another detraction here is it's a balanced hand. Okay, so now it's going to be our lead, and what we're going to do is go ahead and lead the king of diamonds. Okay, so we lead the king of diamonds. Okay, and that implies to our partner that we have the ace. Okay, the queen. It comes back around, and our partner signals with the 3 of diamonds low, indicating a positive attitude, saying, hey, I've got the touching on and the jack. And say, okay, cool. You know, now I don't have to worry about how to play the diamonds. I know you've got the jack. I can go ahead and play the 2 you the next time. Okay, and I'm going, all right, he's got it. My partner's got at least 2, hopefully. Okay, that's 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We might get one more diamond trick, but that's about it. Okay, now the declare says, all right, I'm going to take the finesse in heart. Okay, he's going to do a forcing finesse, hoping that North has the queen and pops up and plays it so that he doesn't have to worry about where it's at. However, North wants to signal the suit for the suit that he wants. Okay, he looks at the dummy. Well, he looks at the dummy and he sees the king of spades. He's got the queen jack, so he knows that he's got a spade trick, even if they've got the ace king of spades. Okay, because if they lead the spades, he can force out the ace and hold the queen behind the king. So he says, I want a spade left. He's going to use the trump suit preference signal with the six of hearts to say, I want spades, because the next one he's going to play is the five. So 6, 5 says, give me a higher ranking suit. So I end up taking that trick. All right, and now what I'm going to do in order to preserve my cards in the longer diamonds, because I know I've got 4. I leave that to the jack. Partner takes it and then returns another diamond. Okay, and the declare roughs it. Okay, so I've got the boss diamond left, so don't have to worry about them setting up any diamond tricks. Now the declarer says, okay, let's go get the trump. All right, now I want to be able to tell my partner something. Okay, he's coming out to get this trump. I can still play a suit preference signal here as to whether I want a spade or a club. You know, a higher ranking suit or a lower ranking suit. So, you know, if I signal high, then low, it says a spade. If I signal low, then high, then it's club. I look at the dummy. Okay, I don't want spades left because if I have to take the ace, it sets up the king. Okay, I've got the queen of clubs, which is higher than the jack, so I want a club. So I play the 7 of hearts. My partner's paying attention. Okay, and I now notice he plays the 5, telling me that he wanted a spade. Okay, now the declare says, all right, let's go get that last trump. I play the 9, and he goes, okay, you played low and high, therefore you want a club. Okay, and the declarer goes, well, let's see, what have I got? This diamond is totally worthless. Okay, and so he tosses that. And my partner says, all right, let me give you a first suit discard. Since you've indicated that you got, you were like clubs, let me tell you, I've got something in clubs also. So I'm going, okay, I've got the queen. There's nothing in the board, so my partner must have the king or the ace. Okay, and now the declarer says, all right, what am I going to lead? I can lead spades, don't want to lead away from that king of spades, or I can lead a club. Okay, so he leads the 3 of clubs, or it's over here. Okay, it's the wrong place. We're over here in the declarer scene. Okay, and what he's going to do is actually lead a low spade, hoping to finesse the king of spades. Okay, and lo and behold, I have to go up. I'll go up with the spade. Okay, and now I know my partner's got something in spades, so I can safely lead the spades, or I could lead the diamonds. Now, actually, I would lead the diamonds at this particular point in time because I know that I'm going to force the declare to rough. Okay, and the North looks at the card that was thrown away by West and says, okay, I'm going to keep parity with the dummy. So he keeps 2 spades opposite 2 spades, 3 clubs opposite 3 clubs, and the declarer roughs. Now, the declarer says, all right, I've set up with all this trouble to set up the spade, so he leads the spade, and he wins the spade. Now, you can either lead a spade at this particular point in time or lead a club. What he decides is he's going to finesse North for the king, jack, the king, queen of clubs. And so he leads the club. Okay, and uh, now actually, and at this now the correct thing to do would actually be play second hand low, okay, because he knows that his partner is going to take the club finesse, and he knows that it's going to lose. Then we lead a spade back, okay? And now what we're doing is to sing who's going to in play who, okay? In this case, now he leads the ace of clubs, hoping that king is going to fall, and lo and behold, it does not. Okay, so he makes contract, but he only makes two, and he doesn't make three. Let's go ahead and look at hand number 6. Okay, in this hand, again, we've got the situation where it was 1 heart by West, 4 hearts. We've got a little bit rambunctious there, and bid 4 hearts, and so it's going to be it's going to be up to us to lead. So we really don't have, or it's going to be North's job to make the opening lead. Let's see what North has got. So North has got not much. He's got the Queen Jack of spades. That's about it. Now, how does North tell us that he's got the Queen Jack of spades? You know, it's the only route available to him. Now he knows that they've got most of the hearts, so he says, "I'm going to lead trump, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to lead the 9 of hearts." He leads the 9 of hearts, saying, "Hey, pay attention to my next card, and that'll tell you that I want spades because 9 then 8 is high then low." So he leaves that 9 of hearts, comes back around, and the declare says, "Okay, let's play the jack. We play the queen because we know per force that is going to that my 10 is potentially going to be good." Okay, and now the declare goes, "All right, let's go ahead and just let's go over to the club." He goes over to the club. Because what we're going to try to do is we're going to try to finesse the heart. It says we're going to play low. There's no point for us jumping up with that 10. Our partner might have the 8. We noticed that was missing. So the declare says, "All right, I'm the 8-10 is missing. I'm going to play this and hope that I can," and at least they split. So now he knows that uh, we know that our partner had something in spades because he played the 9 and the 8. Okay, so that's the extent of all of the only that's the only signal that our partner can actually give us that has meaning. Okay, and it describes his hand because he really doesn't have much but the Queen Jack of spades. Now, as it turns out, it's not going to make any difference, but our partner played well because he did signal with that he had something in spades. Now, probably 60 to 70% of the time when you're using trump suit preference signals, it's going to communicate information to your partner, but it's not going to affect the overall outcome of the hand. Okay, so 30 to 40% of the time, it makes a world of difference. So get used to using it. All right, so let's come back over here, and that will conclude today's lesson. Okay, and want to wish everybody a great evening. Thank you for participating.